Hello students, my name is Sumish Sharma. I am working in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram, as an assistant professor in computer science department. So this is our next lecture of web series of web designing. In the last lecture we had done evolution of internet, evolution and history of www. www stands for World Wide Web, etc. I hope you have understood these topics very well. Now, today we will discuss about web browsers, web servers, HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and its transactions, request and response transaction today. So first topic of our today's session is web browser. So what is web browsers? Why we use web browsers? So web browsers is defined as a software application that helps the internet visitor to interpret and display the content from web server. In other words, we can say that a web browser is a software application for accessing information from the World Wide Web. All information is available on the World Wide Web. So if we want to access any information, we use web browser. So it is a software program that runs on an internet connected computer. When a user requests a particular website like Facebook, then the web browser retrieves the necessary content from a web server and then display the resulting web page on the user's device. So if customer wants Facebook website, so simply customer first of all open web browser in a internet connected computer and then mention URL like www.facebook.com. Then this request hit on the web server and web browser retrieves the necessary content from the web server and display the resulting web page on your device or on the user's device. So a web browser is not the same thing as a search engine, because search engine searching the all related keywords related information over the internet. Okay, so a web browser is not the same thing as a search engine. So the two are often confused. For a user, a search engine is just a website such as Google search or Bing, etc., that stores searchable data about other websites. However, to connect a website server and display its web pages, a user must have a web browser installed. So web browsers are used on a range of devices including desktops, laptops, tablets and smartphones. In 2019, if I am talking about in 2019, an estimated 4.3 billion people used a browser. 4.3 billion peoples. And the most used browser is Google Chrome, with a 64% global market share on all devices, followed by Safari with 17%. 17%. So web browsers enables to view the web pages, and it is also called a software application for retrieving and presenting information resources on the World Wide Web. We can also say that it is a program that act as an interface between the user and the inner working of the internet. Okay. In next slide, we are discussing about uses of web browsers. Why we use web browsers? So, first uses, it enables the user to search information on www. If we want to search any information on the internet, so simply first of all we will open web browser to enter our details to search the data. Okay, so it helps the user to go through the link to a number of pages, and it can display many types of files. Many types, it means if we want to open any, like a Google, so Google, if it is available in docs, it is available, all types of data will display by the web browser. Okay, so they help establish a connection with the web server and fetch data from it. Have web browser establish a connection with the web server, okay, and fetch data from it. So browsers are very simple to use. Browsers can display video, movies, songs, animations, etc. with high performance. In next slides we are discussing about types of web browsers available in the market. So these are the most top 12 web browser used in the market. Okay, like Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Opera Mini, Safari, etc. Now I am going to discuss with you about web servers. What is web servers and why is it very important for us? Because everyone knows that if we are using any website, then it is linked to any web server. So is it very important for us? So what is web servers? So web server is a computer where the web content is stored. Basically our information is stored in any place, that's why we are retrieving from by the help of web browser. So web server is a computer where the web content is stored. A web server is a server software or hardware dedicated to running these software that can satisfy client requests on the World Wide Web. The primary function of a web server is to store, process and deliver web pages to clients. The main function is store, process and deliver the web pages to client. Basically web server is used to host the websites. Okay, so a web server software is responsible for responding to the web browser request for web pages. Web server is totally responsible to respond the web browser's request. So web server works on a client server model. Client server means client request to the server and server responding to the client request. So basically it works on a client server model. Web server delivers the web pages to the client by using the web browser and the HTTP protocol. So what is the HTTP protocol? HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. In further slides we are also discuss about HTTP and also discuss about its transaction, means request and response transaction. So a connection between a browser, that means client, and the server, that means server, is established on the internet using HTTP protocol. By the help of HTTP protocol we can able to connect a web browser to the server. Okay, so pages delivered are most frequently HTML documents. So what is HTML documents? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which may include images, style sheets, scripts, number, text, video, in addition to the text content. A user agent, commonly a web browser, initiates communication by making a request for a specific resource using HTTP, and the server responds with the content of that resource or an error page if unable to do so. The resource is typically a real file on the server, secondary storage. But this is not necessarily the case, and that depends on how the web browser is implemented. While the major function is to serve content, what is the major function of web browser? To serve the content. A full implementation of HTTP also includes ways of receiving content from clients by mobile or by desktop, by laptop, etc. So this feature is used for submitting web forms, including uploading of files. So many generic web servers also support server-side scripting using active server pages, means ASP, PHP, hypertext processor, or other scripting languages. So this means that the behavior of the web server can be scripted in separate files while the actual server software remains unchanged. Okay, so usually this function is used to generate HTML document dynamically, not statically, dynamically, as opposed to returning static documents. The former is primarily used for retrieving or modifying information from databases. So the latter is typically much faster and more easily cached, but cannot deliver dynamic content. Okay, so these are the introduction about web server and web browser. Now I am going to discuss with you about HTTP. What is HTTP? Basically, HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So what is it? HTTP is the underlying protocol used by the World Wide Web, and this protocol defines how messages are formatted and transmitted, and what actions web servers and browsers should take in response to various commands. In next slide we are discussing in detail about the HTTP. So basically HTTP is a protocol, and HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and www stands for World Wide Web. So www is about communication web clients and server, the communication between the clients and the server by the help of www and HTTP. So communication between client computers and web server is done by sending HTTP request and receiving HTTP response. In further slides we are discussing about HTTP request and response transaction, in which first web browser requests the web server to retrieve the information by HTTP request, and after that web browser responds the client request by sending them information, means receiving HTTP responses by the web browser. So it is a standard communication protocol. HTTP is a standard communication protocol which is used to send the request and receive the response from the server side. Okay, so it is the set of rules. What is a HTTP protocol? So HTTP is the set of rules that governs the transfer of hypertext between two or more computers. It governs the transfer of information between a web browser and a web server. HTTP governs the transfer of information between web browser and server. So it enables transfer of files on the internet and includes text, graphics, images, audio, video, and social links and other multimedia files. So now we are discuss about HTTP request response transaction. Okay, in the given slide there is a model or there is a diagram which shows about the HTTP request response transaction. So basically I will give you first of all a basic idea. HTTP request response transaction basically includes some major steps, involves some steps like first, client establish a connection. Client want to retrieve information from web server by the help of HTTP. So first of all, client establish a connection. After connecting the web browser, his computer to the internet, after establish a connection, client send the request by the help of web browser to the web server. Like clients wants to open Facebook website. So client first of all establish a connection with the server, with the internet. Okay, then client send the request by the help of web browser. Client open web browser and then mention URL www.facebook.com and press enter. Then it send the request to whom? Web server. If request is accepted by the server, then server respond. And if server respond, then the connection is connected. After complete the request of client, after complete the work, connection is released. So these are the steps involved in the HTTP request and response transaction. Okay, so in given diagram, by the help of web browser, HTTP request to the web server, and then HTTP server responds to the web browser. So basically, what is the process of HTTP request response transaction? So communication between client and server is done by request and response. So a client means browser, web browser, send an HTTP request to the web, and web server receives the request. The next, the server runs an application to process the request, and last, the server returns an HTTP response, means output to the browser. And last, the client means browser receives the response. This is the whole process about the HTTP request and response transaction. Okay, now I am going to explain the format of questions based on today's topic, so that you will get an idea that which type of questions come in university exam from this topic or from this unit. So here are the questions. The first one is, what is web browser? Okay, the next one is, explain the uses of web browser. Next one is, what is web server? Next, what is HTTP? And the last one is, explain the HTTP request and response transaction process. So these are the important questions generated by today's session. So this is the end of the today's session. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day. Hope you will watch my next video, in which I will discuss about TCP/IP model. But before it, I will discuss some important topics related to the network or networking, which is very helpful to understand about the TCP/IP model. So I will discuss about data communication, networking, components of data communication system, data flow, and then we will discuss about TCP/IP model. So stay connected with us, and thank you so much. Have a nice day.